Howdy doody, buckaroonies, and welcome back to Charity Stream Week, night number 3. Alright, looks like audio's working. Welcome, y'all. Say hi, chat. This is the Chablet. You are with the Chablet, and Chablet is with you. And I have dog treats for 2 very good dogs who have been waiting very patiently. I have a greenie. Callie, can you say hi? Hello. Good job. Ollie, can you say hi? Hello. You're just too good of a boy. Okay, that one's yours. So, it is Charity Stream Week. I am streaming every night this week in support of Hot Rod's Garage Senior Animal Sanctuary. It's a local veteran-owned and operated sanctuary right down the road from my house, which is pretty cool. They help senior animals live out their golden years, which is a great cause, and they need stuff. So there's a link to an Amazon wish list down in the description below, as well as in the pinned message of the live chat. You can go there and donate something to help these animals out with beds and toys and greenies. I've got another greenie for Callie and another greenie for Ollie, and they need greenies for this place too. So you can go to that Amazon wish list and grab them something. Luckily, it looks like we've done a great job so far. I think last time I checked, there are only really a handful of items remaining, so that's awesome because my goal is by the end of the week to have that Amazon wish list cleared out, which would be excellent. And if you donate, I have a fabulous prize bundle every single night. If you donate something, you can hop in my Discord and share the receipt of what you donated just to prove it, and once you do, we'll enter you into a giveaway. Every single night, someone is going to win Arturia Pigments 4, a $100 Perfect Circuit gift card, Lunacy Audio's Cube with all the expansions, PSP AudioWare gives you 3 plugins of your choice, and we have a copy of UVI Falcon and all of the Falcon expansions every single night. If you donate something, you can enter the giveaway each night, just to clarify that. So if you donate tonight, you can enter tomorrow and on Friday and so on. But the sooner you donate, the better your chances, because the more people that donate, the more people that can enter each night. You get the idea, math and statistics and shit. So that's what's up. That's what's going on. I see we got Viral Beats here. Viral posted a very cool video this morning, actually, of my decent sampler library called Malevolence. I have 2 dog bones if you guys are really good. It's like taunting them with these. So you can go check that out. Weaver Beats needs 25,000 subscribers before the end of the year. If you're not subscribed to Weaver, go do that, because if he hits 25,000, he has to shave his head, which would be hysterical, and I want to see that happen. So be sure to go do that. Be sure to check out the Amazon wish list in the description. Thank you to all the sponsors of the streams, and let's get into this. All right, Ollivander, good boy. Calliope, good girl. You guys go figure that out. Tonight, what we are doing is a track from scratch sort of deal. So I get asked about doing a track from scratch a lot, and it's just not something that I think makes a particularly interesting video because, you know, like a lot of you, when I'm writing music, like 95% of the process is super boring, so I don't really think that that makes a great video. Oh, State Azur's here. What up, man? State Azur is one of my favorite YouTube channels. You should absolutely go check out his stuff. So yeah, we're going to be working on a track, and I kind of wanted to approach this, if it's all right with you guys, as sort of a fly-on-the-wall thing. I would prefer to not really talk and focus on the chat, because if you really want to watch me do this, it's best if I can just fully concentrate on what I'm doing. So with that in mind, we're going to be working on a track. I'm going to just kind of let you observe my actual real workflow, and we'll go for about an hour, and then we'll do about half an hour of Q&A. I do have a pretty hard cutoff time tonight because we have to go grocery shopping for Christmas stuff and whatever. So that's the plan. If that's all good with you guys, that's what I wanted to do. The only caveat is because I have a microphone plugged in, I cannot use my Roland TR-8S. I don't have enough inputs on my interface, but you know, I don't think that's the end of the world here. So yeah, we're going to just kind of work on this. I will probably not be focusing on the chat while I'm working for a while, and then I'll try to maybe narrate and interject with like just some thoughts on why I'm doing something now and again. But this will be an actual workflow session because I've been working on a new album, and this track is ideally going to be a part of that. I'm going to go ahead and put a limiter on the master bus here. Just for the sake of time, I had a rough sketch going on, and I'll just get you guys up to speed. The whole theme of this album basically is that I want to... Let's see. Just get a new track here. More or less the theme of this whole album is the idea of using AI to generate images and stuff just to, I don't know, play with that idea of like not really using AI to write the music, but using AI to generate the sort of ideas and things. And I've been using AI, like the ChatGPT tool, to come up with titles and things like that. And I've been using Stable Diffusion to generate images. So essentially, I want AI to inspire me to write an album and kind of use it as a collaborative tool. I thought that'd be an interesting project. So my wife and I have been watching Weeds recently. And we got to the part in Weeds where there's a big wildfire and it like burns down their whole city. And that got me thinking about this documentary I watched a while ago called Fire in Paradise. And it was about the campfires out in California, which I believe was like one of the deadliest wildfires in history, like U.S. history, and like one of the biggest ones ever or something like that. And I was playing around with ChatGPT and, I don't know, trying to come up with like titles and stuff. So I ended up on Paradise on Fire. And I put that into Stable Diffusion. And after probably 50 generations or so, I landed on this. So this is the whole concept behind this album, basically, is I want to use Stable Diffusion and AI stuff to inform the direction of things. So yeah, this is kind of the goal, and I'm trying to set the mood musically to this image and this vibe of Paradise on Fire. So that's probably going to be the title of the track. So that's the whole point. I forget my shortcut to view that, actually. Control-Shift-V, I think that's the standard shortcut. So I came up with just sort of a loose groove here, creating some textures. This was made using a drum loop. I reversed it and slowed it way, way down. I wanted it to be kind of like the way fire kind of flicks at you, and that's kind of what I was envisioning there. And then in the Fire in Paradise movie, there was a lot of radio chatter, so I made this sort of texture. This was a circuit bent speak and spell thing, and then I ran that through a ring modulator using noise as the ring mod, just to create kind of like something between radio static and like an emergency broadcast signal, I guess. Layered a couple things together here just to get a functioning concept going. Put in more of a stable groove here. That's basically what's going on so far, and then I've started layering in some other drums here. So once you bring all the drums and stuff in, this is what I have so far. Which I think that kind of fits what I'm aiming for. So, musically, I pulled up 2 of the Pigments patches I made the other night on stream. And I want that to be sort of the sonic signature, because to me, this image implies kind of like panic, obviously, but also sort of a mournful sense of like the progress of civilization advancing out into the woods and then burning down. So I don't know, I just felt that acted as sort of a appropriate sonic indent. I will say as well, like, my anxiety levels today are like a 19 out of 10. I don't really know why. I wasn't gonna stream, but I figure why not just use that anxiety to inform this instead of just sitting here in my own panic. I've also got a couple pad textures here. Seemed fitting, and another texture which is, yeah, one of the pigments patches I made the other night. Is kinda, I don't know. It had the texture of like fire. So, now that we're all caught up, let's work. Just firing up the Iridium here. This fucking microphone's in my way. intro, though. Yeah, that works. Okay, ready. Texture theme. this is the PWM Malevolent I'm going to be playing with. Okay, well, I think we've got something here. I'm wondering if we create sort of a polyrhythm there. Like, we could do some triplets and transition from the triplets, and instead of counting in 3 as 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3, we'll count it as 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1, and then we can like transition tempos that way. It might be kind of fun to try. Play on the bass here. Just want to like hold this sort of an ambient section. Desk, you can't be under there, you know that. Get. Callie, get. Come on, dude. You know you can't be under there. Come on. Get over here. Get away from my stuff. Can't be under there. So this is... Love each other, god damn it. I wonder if we just like threw that bass underneath this whole section. Oops. Just to tie it together. Can just duplicate that, and then on this one we won't have the riff on it, and that way it sort of transitions into another thing. And we'll cut this here, so I could just sort of yoink that here. Let's change the timing of it. Just like stretch the MIDI and fill it out. This needs another groove. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4. This needs some movement. And maybe a little bit of this. Yeah. Something like that. And then let's grab a... I don't know. I had an idea a couple days ago. Beep beep. Where's my piano? Motherfucker. I had an idea the other day. I think it was out of... Yeah, I think it was out of F sharp major. But I was thinking of using this, but playing it over B major and using it to create this sort of thing. Like, I don't know if we could maybe transition to something like that here. What could we do there? And maybe like some strings, possibly. Just that, like, that's kind of a pretty time. Maybe. No. I mean, does that fit? Except I need like more of an ensemble string thing going on here. Oh, okay. Okay, that's a little bit too wide. Cool truck, dude. How do you breathe when you're drowning in so much puss? Fucking asshole. Yeah, something like that. Let's try it. Because I was watching some videos of people who recorded, like, on their cell phone, them driving out of the... Cool truck, dude! Some people driving out of the Paradise fire. And, like, at first, it looked like driving through, you know, a portal to hell. But then they get to these, like, ashen areas where there's just, like, little flecks of cinders floating around. So I'm kind of thinking that's the vibe in this section. So I don't know if a piano is really the best choice here, but we're getting there. Sure. It's probably best to not think too much. And where's my, like, sweepy thingy? Oh, is it, like, not loud enough? So I don't think we need these strings. Do we get rid of this, maybe? Almost kind of like it without the piano. Or do we make kind of like a pseudo piano thing? What if we just, like, completely washed out the piano and used it more as just, like, a texture? Yeah. We're just getting, like, the harmonics of the piano. So I dig that, and let's feed that into an omnipressor just to lift up all them little sparkly bits. And then can we put it into reverse gravity mode? Get some sort of interesting stuff that way. And then what's another, like, interesting effect? Maybe like one of the FFT things, just to create more of, like, just the harmonics. I know. Cascade? Sure. What does that sound like? Yeah, that's cool. Neat. Sounding pretty dang good. Yeah, so I think I want to start working out details here. We don't have a whole lot of time left. I told myself I'd give myself an hour. Let's just take kind of a quick listen where we're at. I think this big section needs to be longer. We need to build into that a bit more instead of just jumping like ABC. I want this just to be like ever so slightly longer, but that would be easy. We could just kind of grab the whole shebang and move it over and just kind of like build elements of it. Because I think we have everything we need for the track. The ending needs a little bit of something. Maybe another iridium texture, maybe something from the polybrute. I have some cool polybrute patches that might work. Thinking, let's see. I've got something. Just kind of a classic, like, cinematic pad like that, with just a little bit of grit on it. Might work in the end. Maybe we could sort of hint at that, because, like, thematically we want to develop, because I want this album to be very much like a game score or something like that. So we need to sort of have these pseudo motifs and refrains. So, like, we kind of have this foreshadowing in the beginning of this sound, maybe, and then it really becomes more prominent in the end. And that's where it becomes like the developed thing. And if you're wondering about like writing this type of music, one really great piece of advice, actually, there's a video by John Mayer Music, Jonmeyer, John Mayer Music. He has a video called "This Formula Helped Me Write 1,000 Tracks," or something to that effect. And it's a really good video just about like cinematic composition and writing like library music and just how to structure things. And it was great fucking video and super helpful just to understand kind of how these ideas develop. So yeah, let's give this a quick listen. Ollie, do you have to chew that right behind my chair? If I move even the slightest bit, I'm gonna run over your pecker, buddy. I love you, but I don't want to squish your grapes, man. Could you back up just like 4 inches? No? Okay. All right, let's give this a listen. I want that, like, clock thing in the intro somewhere. Guys, love each other, goddammit. See, I really want this to feel like the, I don't know, kind of like a Call of Duty or like Rainbow Six Siege soundtrack, something like that. Okay, I think that's kind of where I'm at. And let's group some stuff. Let's see, this bass is definitely going to need to be sidechained to that kick, because this bass is just fucking annihilating everything. And then I think that's about an hour. So I guess maybe we'll kind of call it for now. So the main kick is, which one? It's you. Love each other, damn it. That's weird. What happened to my... Oh, shit. I guess I need to rewrite the automation for that. That's weird. Okay, just to group everything. This is going to be my drums folder. All this stuff is going to go here. This is going to be loop percussion loops. That's you and you. What are you? I don't really know what you two things are. Well, these three things. This is like textures. I think that's all like relatively organized. And then let's just get like a instruments. Just to keep everybody organized to some degree. Make my life a little bit easier. Okay. So just got to turn up all of the groups to make sure they're nice and good. Sweet. I'm just going to collapse some of this on the mixer here. So what were we thinking? I wanted to add a polybrute pad. And then I guess we'll do some questions. Enough. And cut. Nice! That's a fucking tune, ain't it? Boy, bruv. Eggs on your cheeseburger and pip pip fish and chips. As Grandma always said. Proper fucking right. I don't like this though. And I think what we could do is grab a snap heap and replace the filter. And what we could do is have an LFO that's a square, sync it to the beat. Ollie, get out from back there. I will kick you in the grapes. There we go. Now we're getting somewhere. Just add some movement so it's not so predictable, and then a random. Smooth random. And just modulate the filter just a tick. Cool, I think that's better. I think the filter is like too resonant, maybe. And maybe it needs another ring mod just to create more of a percussive feel. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Is there anything else we could do? I don't know that this really needs more shit though, does it? I feel like we're already getting pretty stacked in terms of like stuff going on. But the Malevolent makes such cool sounds, man. Let's tune the Malevolent really quick. So maybe we could do something else with this. guitar feedback effects. I feel like we already have that, so maybe not. All right, let's give it a listen. I think the middle section needs extended, but that's a project for another day. I'm pretty happy with where this is at. So, does this fit the title of Paradise on Fire? Let's find out. Prepare your questions now. And before we listen, there's a link in the description to donate stuff from an Amazon wishlist to Hot Rod's Garage, Senior Dog Sanctuary, and Cat Sanctuary. So, you could donate stuff and feel good about yourself and help out some senior animals. And if you do, and you prove it in my Discord, you can be entered for a fabulous prize bundle every single night. And the sooner you donate, the better your chances of winning. So yeah, prepare your questions now. Let's give this one more listen, and I think we are solid. Nice. Think that works? Yeah, I think just extending that kind of middle section there to build a little bit more. That way it doesn't just like hard cut, but like start off with just the kick and maybe like one of the percussive elements and then kind of build into the full beans version of that. And like otherwise I think it's good. It just that middle section needs extended a bit and then it would work. Because right now it's, yeah, like just over 2.5 minutes. So I feel like I could probably get another minute out of the arrangement there just by extending a few ideas and kind of building and backing off. And that way there's a bit more kind of tension and pull and not just so much like intro, blah, outro. I guess that's kind of how it feels right now. But, you know, gave myself an hour. I think we're good. So, yeah, that's it for now. if you join my patron thing, a bunch of the drums in this were from my patron packs. The Arturia Pigments presets, I did those on stream on Monday. Those are available for patrons. And there's other stuff, and you can probably find that on my website. If you go to the Amazon wishlist and buy something, you can go on my Discord and share a screenshot of your receipt with your information redacted to enter into a giveaway. Every single night, I will be giving away one copy of Arturia Pigments 4, one $100 Perfect Circuit gift card, one copy of Lunacy Audio's Cube with all the available expansions. PSP AudioWare lets you pick any 3 plugins you want, and I will be giving away UVI Falcon and all Falcon expansions every single night of Charity Stream Week. So, that's that. Let's see what questions we have. Did this help your anxiety? Sure, feel a bit better. I don't know why I was so worked up before the stream. Somebody's going to hate Code a Virus that kills all humanity to the soundtrack. Works for me. Missed a decent chunk. Will this be up on your channel so I can reference it further? Yep, it'll be kept up for review later. Thanks for your tunes. Thank you for watching. Dig the mood lighting. Yeah, it's important to have vibe when writing. Otherwise, it just feels weird to be up here making music. But now it's really hot up here because all the synths and stuff are running, so it's super, super hot. Looks like the stream dipped out there for a sec. That was weird. Okay, for a track like this, do you hear this sound in your head before you sit down? Do you sit down and see where your mind takes you? I mean, for me, a lot of the times it's a visual thing and a feeling thing. So it's not really that I have an idea of the exact sounds. It's just more the atmosphere I want to make. So in this case, kind of like I said at the beginning of the stream, this was heavily inspired by a documentary called Fire in Paradise, which is about the campfire in California. And I kind of just wanted to get that feeling. So I use Stable Diffusion to generate a bunch of images. And I've been using that as kind of my writing prompt for this whole album. So for this, I knew the feelings I wanted, fire and kind of that dynamic arrhythmic movement of the way fire kind of flickers and flicks at you. Kind of wanted that panic sensation because I watched a bunch of videos of people trying to escape the fire, which was really interesting. Very sad, but interesting. So I kind of wanted to get that feeling, and then kind of the subtle sense of after a really chaotic thing happens or something really extreme happens where there's just kind of this settling that is, I don't know, kind of a letdown. You feel like you should feel more, but you just don't know what to feel. So I kind of wanted to get those sorts of feelings and ideas going. So with that, like I said, some of the textures were radio chatter type textures and the way fire kind of moves. So I created some sort of polyrhythmic textures by reversing drum loops and time stretching them and giving them delay and stuff like that. So yeah, and then I kind of just have the mood guiding the whole thing. Where does this go? What am I feeling? What's happening now? And kind of trying to do the story that's in my head throughout the track. Pat, sounds cool. Have you dynamic stream on the output bus? No, the only thing on the master bus right now is PSP Vintage Warmer. So I don't really worry about mixing and technical stuff this early on in a track. I like to get the track done first and then kind of go back and start arranging and then start mixing, and then mastering is just kind of a way later step. But usually when I'm writing, I like to put Vintage Warmer on the bus or something, just so everything feels a bit more ready to go, and that way it's a bit more inspiring to write rather than having something that sounds very flat and untreated. Have you ever tried microtonal music? Yes and no. For more experimental stuff, yeah, I do mess with microtonal, weird atonal textures and things like that. The dog text has gone wonky. Oh geez. Yeah, it's broke. OBS is not my friend, and don't know what is up with OBS. I've been goofing with a few things, and now it's very borked, so to speak. Triphonic, Parks on Fire. Yeah, more or less. Speaking of, I was actually messaging Triphonic last night and a little bit this morning, which is kind of funny. Weird to be like, you know, oh yeah, I was just like talking to Triphonic, no big deal. Typical Wednesday shit. Powder, such a big inspiration of my own work as well. Always love picking your brain. Well, hey, glad to be of service. Viral Beat, since you're going to be using AI on your album, trying out AI plugins like Melody Sauce too. Not really. I didn't really want to use AI for like the music aspects. I really wanted AI to be sort of the visual source and things like that, and creating like the titles. I didn't really want AI to work on the music, but it is something I want to maybe play with at some point, is like just trying to make maybe like a little EP purely of like generative and AI based things. But that's not really what I had in mind for this album. Are you using Reaper exclusively? What modularity you're currently missing in Reaper coming from Bitwig? Yeah, Reaper for everything now. You know, Bitwig, I miss the modulators, but I don't know. It's not the end of the world. You know, like I don't need those to make music and stuff. There's plenty of other things to do and whatever. And I used them a fair amount, but it wasn't like an integral part of like, oh my God, I can't make music without this. So not a big deal at all. What plugins do you use on your facial hair? Goodfellow Formula number 9, something like that. You can buy that at Target. And then I have a Wall facial trimmer VST. And then one that has like a skull on it. I don't know what that's called. Skull.dll. Something like that. Okay, do we have any other questions, I guess? I don't think I mean, I probably missed a bunch of stuff, but whatever. Don't think I missed anything. Did I? Just like swiping back through the chat. I don't think so. Cool. Can I say I love you? Well, I love you too. Thank you. Have you painted a plugin? No. I don't know if I could run Stable Diffusion while I'm streaming, but I could just ask Stable Diffusion to generate a plugin. It might be kind of a fun goof off stream, but I don't know if my computer would freak out because I know Stable Diffusion can be pretty heavy. Do you ever use Resample-O-Matic 5000 or another sample player? I haven't used the Reaper sampler thing. Usually if I'm doing sample stuff, I just use Falcon. SoundPaint is cool. Yeah, SoundPaint is really neat. It's a cool idea. Thanks for the stream and inspiration. Well, thank you for tuning in, Mark. Why the DAW switch? Drama. That's pretty much it. Ableton Tutorials and Music Habits. Season's greetings. Hey, what up, Jason? Yeah, the Ableton Tutorials and Music Habits is a great YouTube channel, and he wrote one of my favorite books, which is right over there. Yoink. The Mental Game of Electronic Music Production by Jason Timothy. And that's his YouTube channel, and you can go check it out. And you can buy this book on Amazon. It's a really good book. I highly recommend it. And then he has another one called the Process of Electronic Music, or The Process of Making Electronic Music, something like that. Which is also very good. Recommend that one as well. Eliminate Painted OTT. Thought it may be a thing. I don't really watch Eliminate. I'll have to look that up. In Phase Plant, how do you set an LFO to free running? Good question. Let's do that. Okay, in Phase Plant. Bink. Oh, shit, that created into my drum bus, didn't it? Okay, so in Phase Plant, we can make an analog oscillator, and let's just have a filter, whatever. And we want the LFO to move the filter. So I'm going to do this and just add some modulation. And right now it's triggered every time I press a key. So to change that, we can right click on the trigger, or command click on Mac probably. And then there's note trigger, decide automatically, never trigger, always trigger, trigger at the first note of a group of legato notes. So if we do never trigger, now it's just a free running LFO, but if we right click and trigger from note on, now it restarts with every note. Good question. Maybe use SynthMaster. I don't have it installed right now. I had to reset Windows a while ago because Windows was being fucky. Well, my graphics card is being fucky, and I had a bunch of plugins that just like I didn't end up reinstalling because it just takes too long. Okay. Please be kind of grateful to your delivery people, especially Amazon drivers. They're grossly underpaid under record-breaking demand right now. I imagine so, yeah. Leave your UPS driver like a cookie or something. They appreciate that. Are you using SWS extension and repack? If not, you should try them out. Be able to color code the tracks based on the name. Yeah, I have the SWS extension. I don't know about repack, though. I'll have to look that up. I haven't used that one. I don't think I've even heard of that one. Okay, I think that's it. No other questions. We got an hour and a half. It's pretty good. Last call for questions. In the meantime, Amazon link to donate down in the description. If you donate something to Hot Rod's Garage Senior Animal Sanctuary, you can post the receipt in my Discord with your information redacted just to prove that you donated something, and you can enter the giveaway every single night. But if you donate tonight, you'll have a better chance than winning tomorrow and a better chance than winning Friday. And hopefully by the end of the week, that gift wish list will be totally bought out. If I was a driver. Yeah, maybe, you know, a pre-packaged cookie or something. Just a little like for the UPS person. Enjoy. Little snack pack. Has a bunch of great scripts. Check out the MPL ones. Cool. Y'all look that up. All right. I guess we're good. Thanks for tuning in, y'all. That is Charity Stream Week night number 3 in the bag. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I think that was a pretty good result for an hour's worth of work, and I will catch you tomorrow with Ben Jordan. We're going to be playing Polytopia, so that should be interesting. Oh, there's one more question. What audio interface do you have, and do you recommend Audient to begin with? I've been offered the Audient stuff a couple times. I've never messed with it. I have an Arturia AudioFuse Studio, which I really like. The only thing I don't like is I don't have enough inputs to have like everything going, but that's not the end of the world. You know, just unplug something and plug something else in. And then Arturia's Mini Fuse line, I have a Mini Fuse 2 and a Mini Fuse 4 over there. Those are really solid, and they come with like some cool software stuff too. I've heard good things about the Audient stuff, but I've never used it myself, and I never took them up on checking one of their interfaces out because like I don't want to make a video about an audio interface, and I don't think people want to watch me talk about audio interfaces. So, 5 tail wags from the doggo, right on. How do you make FM synthesis in Pigments? Okay, one more and then we're done. Okay, super quick FM thing in Pigments. It's an easy question. All right, come on. So to do FM in Pigments, let's go to a default patch. And engine 2 is going to be just another wavetable engine. So we have 2 sine waves. So there's a couple ways to do FM. What FM typically is in real world speak is actually phase modulation. So with the modulator, we could tune this up to a ratio of say 5:1. And by increasing the phase mod, that is FM. So we could control that with say envelope 2. And that's FM. There's a couple different waves in the modulator section. We can even do noise, which can be kind of fun to goof with. Kind of sounds like shit though. We could have a couple different tuning modes. Absolute tuning, so semitones. Can be fun. Relative tuning. And a fixed hertz modulator, which can be great for generating more metallic timbres. If you click on the modulator and pigments, you can also go to Engine 2. So in Engine 2 right now, I just have this sine wave, and we could turn the output of Engine 2 off. And now I'm using Engine 2 to generate the phase modulation. And I could detune this. But we could move through the wavetable of Engine 2. So let's tie that to LFO3, and we'll see that the wavetable is moving here. And if we just increase the decay time here. But that works with any wavetable. So if we go to like some of the ones I made for Pigments 3.5, we can make all sorts of cool like FM basses and stuff. We tune this down. We can make kind of like a big growl thing here. And we could, you know, make a big wub wub. And that is FM and Pigments. But the cool thing to know is the unison does affect this. So if we increase the unison on Engine 2, now we're actually using unison in the phase modulation, which can be a lot of fun, especially by experimenting with things like the chord unison mode. Which kind of sounds like shit here. If we go to more of a simple wavetable and get rid of the modulation, should sound a bit more cool. So that is that. Easy breezy beautiful. Maybelline. Video about Oi Granddad. Thinking about it. Not sure if that's going to happen or not. The YouTube gods seem to not like plug-in videos, but no big deal. Okay, I think that's it. Do you like the Behringer Crave? What would you use it for? Ambient. I've never touched the Behringer Crave. I'm waiting on the... Not the Neutron. Is it the Neutron? What's the blue Behringer synth that they're coming out with? Is it called the Neutron? Is that what I'm thinking of? Or was it called the Proton? Yeah, the Proton. That's the one I'm waiting for. The Proton looks super, super cool. This is the Proton here, and I think this one's going to be pretty neat. So that's what I'm waiting on. Cool. All right, that's it. There's a link in the description for an Amazon wish list. You can help out some senior animals for a great cause. Hopefully by the end of the week it's all bought out. If you donate something, prove it in my Discord, enter the giveaway. I've got fabulous prizes every night. One more time, thanks to my lovely sponsors, I've got Arturia Pigments for one $100 Perfect Circuit gift card, Lunacy Audio's Cube and all available expansions, PSP AudioWare, 3 plugins of your choice, and UVI Falcon and all the Falcon expansions every single night this week. All that could be yours. So, thanks for tuning in, y'all. That's it. Let's get the chablet. That is you. You are the chablet. The chablet is you. Say bye, chat. I will see you guys tomorrow at, I think it's 6 o'clock Central Time for some Polytopia with my buddy Ben Jordan. And then Friday, you can send me your music, and we're going to be listening to it. And that's going to be the end of Charity Stream Week. Bye, chat. Bye, chat. Bye, chat. Callie, do you have anything you want to say? She looks angry. Ollie, do you want to come say bye? Where's a good boy? There's a good boy. Oh, say bye, everybody. My name's Ollivander, and sometimes I lick my grapes. It's hard to be a hound dog, isn't it? But you're a good boy. Oh, are you playing? What you playing, bud? Nice. All right, that's it. Bye, chat. Have a good evening. See y'all tomorrow. Good yawn.